Welcome to Think WTF, everybody. We are incredibly excited. It's early in the morning, so my body's not quite used to it. We've had to beat the US when it comes to using technology like Zoom. It's great to be with you again, Michael Cowan, fat boy. How's it going?
All right, thank you. You're looking so skinny there, Brett. I must be honest. You're looking good, buddy. Nice to see you so early. Nice to see you so early. Morning. Sorry, it's my wife saying good morning as well. She's going to come use the coffee machine as well.
So today, important thing. The whole world is going crazy. The last week is very different to the week, or this last week is very different to last week. We have tons of industries that are really predominantly offline, and a great example of that is sport. So on the line with us is Cara Butters and Robin Van Ginkel, and they are very much online and perhaps no more. So to kick things off, guys, if you could please introduce yourselves, starting with you, Cara.
Oh, with me? Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm Cara Butters. I am a national women's hockey player. I'm in the digital media and marketing space. And yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell.
Yeah, so short.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, short and sweet.
Cool. And you, Rob?
My name's Rob Van Ginkel. I am currently the national ladies hockey coach and the director of sport at St. Stithians. And life has changed because 14 days ago we were all training and playing some international games, and now we're all stuck in our cars and at home and can't do anything. So Cara and I came together to say, how can we take the world that we know of hockey and conditioning and try and put it online on a platform that people can see and use at home and when they're isolated in their areas, and change the way we do things.
I think this is important because this is really about understanding how we're going to change businesses. I mean, I'm already getting cabin fever after a week of the coronavirus. And it means, yeah, we've probably got this for the next 2-3 months. How do we change what we do? How do we actually keep things moving? How do we redesign the old way of doing in a new and different way? How do we actually create the value that we used to create in an old traditional way in a new way? And obviously, Brett, from our point of view, this is exciting because so much of what we talk about is how do we make AI work? How do we get digital and the technology behind digital to really scale businesses? So tell us what you guys have actually done here.
Yeah, I'll take this one, Rob.
All yours, Cara.
Great. Okay, so basically, like Rob said, is we want to take a traditional medium and put it online and go digital with it. So I think while everyone's in quarantine, this is kind of the best way to test what's going to work and what isn't, in a sense, because everyone's sitting at home with not much to do, probably getting cabin fever, like you said, going a bit crazy. So where are they going to look for entertainment and, you know, that kind of thing? They're going to go online. So we want to kind of hit this now. And it's kind of like a massive test group, I suppose you could say, is just create this brand, get online, see what sticks, see what works, see what doesn't, what do people want to see, and then hopefully scale. So that's the basic idea behind it.
But the important thing here the important thing here is you literally, at the beginning of this week, this was not even a concept, and now you've gone live. Okay?
Yeah, but okay, well, we've set up our social media platforms. We haven't really launched as of yet. I'm still doing a bit of video content and stuff, but basically it's been 2-3 days of just non-stop creation. I don't know if any of you've tried to create a brand or a brand image and
in
set
3
that
days.
stuff up. 3 days is not a lot of time to come up with your values, what you stand for. So
I think that's important, Cara, is jump in there, so spend a bit of time. Like, you still ran it like a proper business, right? You just go in and say, I'm going to create a website, and off we go. You really thought about your audience that's going to consume the media. You thought about the audience that could be monetized, i.e. Parents or or older hockey players, and you've really articulated a very good brand strategy and engagement strategy, and you're building a media company right now, right?
Basically. So I think in today's day and age, it's not so much, if I could say this, the company, it's more about the brand. So if you can build any brand, any sort of company that you, or business you want to go into, you know, you can scale because your brand is strong. So for me, that's like a really, really big aspect of any business is your brand, and just, yeah, how it looks, how it comes across, what your values are, because I think too many people sort of create these things and stick stuff up, and they're like, okay, cool, like everyone like it and it's gonna go viral and I'm gonna be a millionaire or whatever, I'm gonna just get all these likes, and you know, unfortunately it's a lot harder than that,
right?
it's insane, especially if you're starting from scratch and you don't have a network, or you don't have someone like really punting. Rob does have a bit of a network in Saints and in SA Hockey, and then our SA Hockey players that we've sort of brought on board also have a network, so we're hoping we'll leverage that network and then grow. So
what's actually the idea here? What are you guys trying to do, and what is the problem you're solving here? Because that's always what the critical question is. What is the problem that you're solving here? Because, you know, we've got to solve problems, otherwise you're not creating value.
Yeah, Rob?
So I think what we did is we've broken hockey down into maybe 4 categories, just for simplicity. So we've got the physical component, we've got the technical component, we've got the nutritional component, and the mental component. And I think if we can take those 4 and within some challenges or create content that people can use so that they every day are doing something mentally, because you got the cabin fever, and how to plan your day, how to prepare, what to do is really important. A physical challenge, a technical challenge to still stay on top of your game and try and do some stuff in a small space. So all of our drills are based on a 3x3 area. And then nutritionally, also just to advise people nutritionally what to eat and how to recover afterwards. So within your space, hopefully holistically, we're looking after the player at home. And through this platform, we will create enough content to do that.
Okay. And it's all digital, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you guys set quite a steep timeline, right? Of today.
Have you slept?
No, I haven't.
But how well does that work for you, right? Setting a timeline that seemed absolutely crazy to essentially build an entire business brand, the whole works, the content, everything in literally just over 48 hours.
Yeah, I think what people don't realize is like there's a lot of factors to consider when building a brand. So, okay, I'm talking about brand because that's my strength. Maybe not the business so much, but you know, it's got to be translatable over various platforms and various media, both traditional and digital. So from this, we hope to have hockey academies running through us and coaching and that kind of thing. So it has to be translatable on once this coronavirus hopefully is all over, and then still maintain a sort of digital presence and stuff like that. The platforms we've decided to target are Insta, although the organic reach hasn't been as great as it was back in the day. But I still think it's an important platform. I think it's basically today's version of a company website. So that's obviously very important with Instagram stories and posts. Facebook, you still have to be on Facebook, even though it's more for the older generation, or the older generation. So the older generation generally are the main users. Okay.
Older.
Yeah. Sorry, I also use Facebook. So okay.
You know what's nice about Facebook?
Like teenagers. So
grandparents are also involved in Facebook.
Yes, I know. Our website at the moment, I haven't put a strong focus on that, although I will over time, not in 3 days. It's like not gonna work. But our main focus is TikTok. That's what all the kids are doing at the moment. The organic reach is insane. Like an example, I put up a random video of like the Bok tour, and I got like 290,000 views, and then from that I got 3,000 followers. So for one of the brands I'm working with, so it's huge at the moment. So that's going to be our space, and navigating that, I think it's still new. I think people also, businesses are still trying to figure out how to communicate on TikTok. So that for us is going to be our main platform or main focus during this time, to try to gauge some interest and get some kids on board.
I mean, your content fits TikTok very well, right?
Yes, exactly.
Like you had some great ideas around challenges. I think that is going to fly in that space.
I hope so. We'll see you later.
Yeah, let's see. It's going to start soon, right?
If it doesn't, I've lost 3 days of sleep for nothing.
But that's fine. I mean, it's all good.
No, I'm kidding. It's true.
So let me summarize this. You guys, national Springbok hockey coach, hockey player, you've created an online platform to teach aspirant or current hockey players drills across those 4 different areas, where it's mental, whether it's nutritional, whether it's actually technical or actual skills. They are things that they can do in their bedroom, literally, or on the veranda in a 3x3 space. Stuff that they can do every day. Your core means of distribution are going to be TikTok. Your big challenge is your ability to stay awake, because you've actually got to go and produce the content. And you're using the current national players to actually educate people on these drills. As simple as that, eh?
Basically. So our logo, so our brand and stuff is our hashtag we're using is Game On. So the idea is to gamify sort of hockey in a sense and make it more fun, instead of your traditional like tutorials where like, this is what you need to do. So kids want to, you can see it in the TikTok space, they're learning dances. So it's more interactive learning. So we're hoping by creating challenges and that kind of stuff, it's by repeating or trying to get the challenge right, using TikTok, they're learning, they're practicing. So we want to kind of utilize that capability that TikTok has. So yeah, that's our idea with the challenges, to say, do this, and then we teach along the way, but we make it fun and we make it entertaining.
Okay, cool. So, and let me understand this. Your role is obviously the production and distribution. It looks like Rob's role is self-isolation in the car there.
You know what, Rob, I've actually got a question. I was just thinking about, you guys are really doing some good work, and your intentions are really good to help people better hockey. But there's a bigger play here, right?
What do you mean by bigger play?
So just thinking about how you monetize. So what you're going to end up doing is you're pulling in, essentially hockey is very amateur, especially in South Africa, right? It's not a professional sport. So you're starting to create revenue streams, and you're starting to build personal brands and creating the platform to enable that. That's quite a big play, by bringing money into the game of hockey and starting to enable people to build those own personal brands and to create the channels where audiences can engage. And, you know, the big test is, do you get enough traction that this mechanism can make money, but then everyone involved will see those knock-on effects, right?
Yeah, so we've spoken about this quite in depth with Carl. Is that because we're an amateur sport, I mean, if Cara walks down the road having 100 caps, no one knows who she is. But if Brian Abana walks down the road, everyone knows who he is. And we're working with professional athletes in an amateur space. And I think what we're trying to do there is, and through my brand being the national coach and who I am in sport, is to use my networks and connections and Cara to grow a critical mass space, which is what we want to do this weekend. Once we've got that, to monetize it, but also to bring on, for example, sponsors or partners. We've used the national players, and with their national players, their brands will improve while we're doing this. So even though we're going through the RVG Academy, it's to assist and help all these amateur sports people. If Cara can make money through something like this while she's focusing on her hockey, there's benefit on both sides. So yeah, we are trying to take, and then the bigger picture, conditioning and sport. I mean, children are going to sit at home. They're going to be on technology all day, watching TV, doing whatever. And how do we keep them active? Because again, we're going to sit with a problem when I get back after the corona and have to recondition everyone because everyone's unfit and out of shape. So we're trying to beat the curb to say, let's have a holistic plan to your day where there's time for academics, there's time for social, but there's also a big focus on your mental, your nutrition, and your physical component of your day.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the critical question for you, Cara. You keep talking about the brand. What is the brand? What do you call yourself?
So it's RVG Academy, and through that we will have I'll run our coaching clinics and stuff.
So if I go to TikTok, where will I find you?
RVG Academy, at RVG Academy.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay.
So,
Rob, you guys sent me just a quick teaser. I mean, it doesn't have any music. I'd love to just be able to quickly screen share and give people a view on it. Mike, you probably want to switch from speaker view to the presentation view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I think it's quite interesting. I think the quality of work, what you're trying to do is taking it to the next level. So I'm assuming everyone can see my screen here. And what I've just done is just pulled up a video for an example with Bianca Woods.
I spelled her name wrong, just so we know.
Oh, did you spell her name wrong?
But that's a draft.
Okay, that's fine. But I mean, as an example, that looks super easy. It is definitely not super easy, right?
No.
But I mean, those are a challenge. And you get a great idea of this brand. I mean, I think it's a fabulous brand, what you put together. I mean, especially in putting it out. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's
So guys, tell me, launch. How are you going to do it? When are you going to do it?
Yeah.
So what I've kind of done, I think the launch will be on TikTok and Insta, basically just flood a bunch of content on there and see what picks up. I have taken all of the national plays that we used, put together a little highlights compilation, and they just say their name and I challenge you and game on.
Very
so
cool.
We're inviting them to follow us through these challenges, and then I will put that draft video. Okay, I've obviously worked on it, but put those on, and that's going to be our first challenge, and then filter in various challenges continuously. And
are you going to, you talked about gamify, are you going to create a leaderboard on who's actually doing, getting people to actually share their videos back to you?
So the cool thing about TikTok is there are trends and challenges that you set through your hashtags. So
yeah, I don't understand this. I'm too old. I'm on Facebook, Cara.
Yeah, as I said earlier.
Mike's not on Facebook. Mike's on SMS.
I'm on email. No, actually.
He uses Pigeon.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. So the challenges that you create.
So TikTok's really cool in that you can set challenges. So a lot of hashtags, it'll be like hashtag this challenge. And if enough people do it, it starts trending. And then it compiles all the videos that everyone's done and everyone's has what's the word?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Completed it, yeah.
Yeah, they completed and then they upload their video and they put the hashtag and then it goes into that compilation of videos. So you get reach like that, and then you can also like.
And that helps you identify your social influencers, right?
Exactly. So your songs also starts. Songs also trend and that kind of thing. So it's
okay, cool.
That's how you can track it and manage it, which is actually really cool. So if we type, let's say, for the first challenge, RVG sit down challenge, if we hashtag type that, we will see then all the users who have participated, and then we can start resharing and promoting them and being like, look what they did, or this is and maybe put together compilations of the people who have done it, or, stuff like that. So hopefully generate a lot of content that then generates us more.
There's a virality to it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me understand the business model. You've started this, you're building a community through challenges, gamification. What's the actual long-term plan in terms of monetization?
So if I can take that. So the idea being is we want to create a platform where people buy packages, but I think we don't have that reach and that market yet. So what we want to do is first, through this and TikTok, gamify, get the brand strong enough that people know who we are. Then I think my credibility will come through, where if I put packages together for a 1 week home gym session, or technical challenge or technical training that you want to do, we can hang out, we can, so it's isolated, but with the national players, with myself, we can all hang out with different groups of people. People ultimately could buy packages, will buy packages in this next, call it 3-4 months of isolation that they've got. So there'll be the fun element. We will keep trickle feeding content, and people will know what we're doing. But for the serious people that actually do want to improve and become better hockey players, and conditioning wise and mentally stronger through this process, there will be opportunity to buy packages.
Cool.
I mean, I also think you get, as you use Kit as well, right? There's an e-commerce element that could come into play here, especially once you've built your platforms. So I feel like there's quite a few different revenue streams that you guys can capitalize on, and then help distribute within your media network, right?
Yeah, so simple way of e-commerce, and we're busy setting up that platform at the moment, but there's a company that have come on board to sell mats that you can buy at home. So it's a 3x3 meter mat, which everything is based on. You can purchase that from us. It gets delivered straight to your door. You roll it out, and there's your area that you're going to train. We also then have contacts with lots of equipment, clothing, sorry, whatever you need, you'll be able to purchase through the e-commerce that's delivered to you, to whether it's gym equipment or elastics. We will use that side of it to fully give you all the tools to train.
Beautiful.
Because that's going to be the challenge, right? Is what do you do at home? What are the right tools? How do you capitalize being outside? Not in a gym or anything like that, or not on a hockey pitch. And that's a challenge in itself, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Sorry, Mike. Yeah, go for it.
I think the cool thing about it, though, is that we stuck in isolation, obviously hoping the Olympics carries on, or and we need to train. So we've got players at the highest level who are like, okay, what do I need to do? So it's not just like, cool, go out there and maybe do some sit-ups and do some push-ups just so we can create content. It's like, okay, let's actually come up with a workout that is actually going to help condition you, and not just like so you feel good about yourself and you're like, okay, I worked out today, if that makes sense. So it's actually
like the highest level, right? You really are pushing yourself, right?
So that's the cool thing about leveraging our network or these SA players, is because we need to train, and we need to train at a high level and a high intensity. So what are we going to do, obviously, during this time? And then that you can always scale it down for beginners, provincial, etc.
So guys, let's just go through this. Give me the Instagram address.
Handle.
Wow, that escaped me.
Instagram's at RVG Academy. Facebook is at the RVG Academy, because someone had already taken RVG Academy. If any of you work in digital, I hate it when that happens, so I'm quite pleased about it. Twitter at Academy RVG. They've automatically done that, so it's annoying, but anyway, it's another story. And TikTok at RVG Academy.
Brilliant. Okay,
Is
so
there a website?
we're going to post this around about the same time that you guys. It looks like Mike's frozen. Isn't that funny? I hope it
You
isn't
froze.
affecting the
You
recording.
froze. You froze.
Mike, did you notice everyone froze there?
No, just you. Just you. Well, is there a website?
The website's coming, right?
It's coming. It's up. It's in development at the moment, but there's only so much you can do in 3 days.
Correct.
And my priority was TikTok, so that's where
Correct.
I put my focus at the moment. And video editing takes a long time. Can I just
Hard
tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So especially with the way I want to do it, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So
Actually, that's a good point. Going forward, all your brand ambassadors, they're going to have to record it on their phones, right? You're going to be doing this all remotely. They're going to send it to you on the phone. You're going to have to take, you're going to have to compile, you're going to have to brand it up, edit it, make it look TikTok-y. Wow, that's a lot of work.
it is, but I think the reach you get on TikTok, and if it's good quality, I'm hoping, because there's a lot of bad quality out there, like people don't know what to do yet, and they haven't really it's a word, like honed in on their video skills.
Yeah.
And so if there's good quality content, I'm hoping that it stands out against the humdrum of just home videos.
I look at my daughter. She does a hell of a lot of planning around her TikToks. Even though it's a 20-second TikTok dance, it could take up to half a day getting that dance perfected, getting the editing right, getting the filming right, music, timing, you name it. It's incredible.
Cool.
And
Okay,
then for us, like doing the skills, that we don't just get it right first time. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but
man, you professionals. I thought you got the stuff done like that. Donnie Wilkinson does.
It takes time to it takes us time to come up with concepts. What do we want to do that's different as well? Because a lot of the stuff is just being recycled, the same sort of drills and skills and challenges. So we also want to be a bit different. Obviously, we will use the general stuff, but how are we going to be unique and different and stand out in this space as well?
Good call.
Fantastic.
Guys, we're excited for you. We're really impressed. I think this should be an inspiration for all businesses that are offline. There are a lot of retailers out there. It's obvious what you could be doing. I think the key is exactly what you said, Cara. It's about being unique. It's about thinking about campaigns differently. Don't keep doing the same thing. Don't just copy what people are doing. Use these mechanisms to leverage it. The best news is it's doable, and it's doable in days. So if you're out there and you're wondering what to do and you're thinking your business is falling apart and you're not digital, guess what? 90% of these tools are free. You just got to spend some time, figure it out, hop onto YouTube, watch shows like Think WTF. Look, I can pop Mike on his head. Just realized that right now. Damn it. Should have been doing it all the way through. Anyway, you could use all these tools for free. Zoom is free. What a fabulous tool this is. So Mike, on that note, you want to wrap up, baby?
Well, thank you. It's been quite inspirational. Cara, I'm glad to see that you've actually done something, not getting any sleep. Rob, I hope you enjoy the car isolation. Has your wife kicked you out the house, by the way?
Yes, I'm alone now and about to play golf.
Okay. Are you self-isolating on a golf course? Just you and the whole golf course? Whilst Cara actually does some work. What is this? So you chilling whilst Cara does all the work?
Correct.
Okay. But guys, thank you.
I was about to say, we have a launch soon.
Yeah, we just had a week delay because Rob had to go play golf. Sorry. But guys, thank you so much for getting up so early to do this. Cara, I know you needed your sleep and you actually shortened that sleep, so thank you. And good luck with this, guys. It's inspirational. I'm glad to see that it's forced you to do something different. It's great.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us.
Cool.
Yeah,
man.
thanks. I've enjoyed it.